All right, so as you may have seen this morning, I was up at 5. I was actually up at 4, but I tried to stay in bed and go back to sleep. Unfortunately, could not go back to sleep, so I decided that I would have Claude write my YouTube plan, or like basically give me a rundown of all the top YouTubers that grew within kind of my niches area, and inside of my niche. So like the 3 pillars that we're all about, which this is gonna sound very counterintuitive and counterproductive. I'm trying it out and maybe I change it. But it's gonna be film, photography and videography, AI, which is the contradicting piece, right? Because you probably don't have the same people, except for me, I'm a weirdo. And then you have like just photo and video digital. Those kind of my 3 pillars I'm thinking about. I do a lot of like running and stuff too, but honestly I have a running channel, so that's where that lives. That's just too many pillars that don't mesh at all together. So those are kind of my 3 pillars of like content that I want to create. So I kind of had to do that, and I just like at the intro it like just showed me just typing in like help me like my YouTube channel or build my YouTube channel. I had a lot more after that. I had a lot more prompts. So as you guys will see, I kind of try to give as much direction and context, and like I even had kind of like a brand document almost kind of going on for like a guide for the YouTube channel. So yeah, I dropped that, and yeah, I'll get to that and kind of like what I've discovered. But first, I'm looking for FD glass, on the hunt for more FD glass. Today, I'm actually down in Castle Rock to hopefully buy some, but I found this thrift store and I'm waiting anyways till 3. It's already 2:30. So I'm gonna go in the thrift store quick, check it out, make sure there's no like cool glass or cameras or whatever in the thrift store. We also need new clothes for Kita, because Kita, her clothes, she's outgrowing all of her clothes. So, and we have to find a rain jacket for her for Iceland. So that is kind of like what we're hunting for today. So hopefully we find a rain jacket. I probably won't bring my camera in. I'll come back out, show you guys what I find. But yeah, we really need a rain jacket. She's outgrowing her pajamas too, so I need pajamas. Abby's got a list. I gotta take a look at the list. But those are the main things. So Kita has like a nice winter jacket, but not a rain jacket. So we gotta find something that's waterproof, because it's supposed to rain in Iceland, from my understanding. So yeah, that's the hunt. And we have 1 week to go till we go to Iceland. So it's making me a little bit nervous, but hopefully find one. And then hopefully this FD glass turns out to be good too. But more on that later. All right, bye. All right, so I bought a lens from this guy. And then I bought another lens from this guy. So he brought the 35 I was after, because 35, that's a great focal length. And then I decided to get this useless focal length of 135. No, so I put on my camera and I tried it. I'm like, oh shoot, I think I'll actually use this for like some really nice close-up shots. Like if I had a second shooter, it'd be something I'd have them throw on their cameras or something. Like Abby's with me. I might have her kind of just throw that on the camera and roll with that. And now I'm headed over to his house to go look at more lenses and more glass. So we're gonna see how in the hole I get with camera gear today. Apparently, he said he had a 16 millimeter cinema lens for my 16 millimeter camera. That's 10 millimeters, which is like a coveted focal length, because a 16 millimeter lens, I want to say, is like 4 times zoomed in compared to like a full frame camera. I want to say, I could be saying that wrong. Maybe it's like 7 times. It's something absurd though. Let me tell you that. Like my 25 or 24 millimeter is like pretty zoomed in. I think it's like a 70 to 80, if I remember right. And then my 16 is closer to like a 50 millimeter. And then this 10 millimeter would be close to a 35 millimeter, which I would love for my 16 millimeter camera. Then the only lens I will need for my 16 millimeter camera would be a parfocal zoom lens. So we off the FD train, and now yeah, more on the Claude stuff in just a sec here. Gotta go check out these lenses and then we can talk about Claude. All right, speaking of FD glass, look at this flare I'm getting right now. It's not even FD glass, it's my Sigma, probably the ND filter. All right, so I'm thrift shopping now, still trying to find some glass. Yeah, so I got this FD lens. Got these 2 FD lenses. So I've got this 35 millimeter right here. So I'm really excited to use that one, actually. That was kind of the lens I was going to buy. And then I bought this as well, this 135. This one I only bought because I tried it on my camera and like, ooh, it has some nice flare. And this little hood. Look at that. Look at that. Love that lens hood. But then I also got a 10mm C glass, which is kind of a risky buy. I paid $50 for it, which for C glass, it's actually pretty cheap. But it's like this like off brand I've never heard of right here. So I'm going to try it out and kind of see how it turns out. Well, no results until I get film back from it. So it's going to be a little while, but it's the Elgate 10mm f 1.8 Cine Navitar. So I don't know, I looked it up and I guess it was from the 60s and 70s. And yeah, we're going to try it. $50. It has some dust in the lens. I don't think it affects the image a ton. We actually had him put on his camera and try it out. So I saw it on a digital camera and kind of what it looked like. And I'm like, I think it'll be fine. So it's a little bit of a risk that I'm taking with that. And yeah, so here are the results from Claude. And there are a couple things that I would change. I'll go over that a little bit later. In terms of maybe like what I would have it refine, like the second prompt, I guess. So maybe I'll do that second prompt too. And then, yeah, we'll go over it again. So sometimes with Claude, I find that within Cowork, it's best that you just hit prompt and you prompt it again and again. You just kind of refine from there over and over again. It doesn't really, like, you can give it like really good, like I felt like I gave it like a really good prompt, like initial prompt, and it just didn't give me a great result. And if I spend less time making a really long prompt and just like send it another, like have it do like a little bit and like kind of test it and then have it do it, like fix that test and then do it again and then like again and again and again until it's good, then I'm like, okay, now do it for all 20, research all 20 of them. So if I'm doing, let's say 20 of them, I'll have it do it for like 3 of them. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't like the results from the 3 you gave me. So then I'll have them do like, I didn't really do that this time. And I feel like that would have been a better approach. Sometimes I feel like that's the approach to go with Claude or AI. And then sometimes I feel like, yeah, you just give it a really good prompt. This was something like, when I feel like it was research based like this, where it's like going in and trying to find YouTube channels. I feel like getting a couple, because I could be like, okay, but not really. I like these ones. Would have been a better idea. I told it to give me a list, but then it kept working after it gave me the list. And I'm like, stop when you give me give me the list or whatever. And it just kept working. So, and then I kind of like, hey, you missed this person. Hey, you missed this person. No, it's like, oh, you're right. And I told it not to agree with me either. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I'm going to read off the results here in a sec. All right, so here are the first 5 that it gave me, all right? So it gave me 10 total, so 10 suggestions, all right? And this is what it like went over a bunch of people who are similar to me, over I think 20 or more people. All right, and I can go more in depth. I'm actually just gonna link this in the description below and you guys can have it, all right? So comment if you guys have any questions or yeah, you wanna like go over this anymore, or like you want me to prompt it differently. I'll even prompt it for you guys, so we can prompt it a little bit different. And we try different prompts. If you have better prompts, let me know. But yeah, growth followed by format decision, not time served. So just putting up videos doesn't do anything, right? So it's format decision, like I think Peter McKinnon and Casey Neistat, they're very story driven, stuff like that. You got like vlogs, you have there's just different formats. Like right now we're doing 21-day challenge format. That's my format. That's my deal, what I do, right? Kind of. I'm really bad at doing it consistently. So I gotta do it more consistently. Craft rich, audience poor is winning starting position. Craft rich, audience poor is, I don't. Okay, so I was in the ARC thrift store and I found one camera lens and it was like some weird macro lens, that really old macro lens that every thrift store seems to have plenty of. But I did get an idea in the thrift store. So I think I'm going, because I'm really having a hard time like pushing these stories out because I'm trying to do it all at once, right? I'm trying to just like make a story out of these videos all at once, and then just like crowd like this problem happened, like as you probably saw in this video. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to ask AI to actually draft up a 21-day. If anyone wants to comment below and give me, instead of AI, that'd be cool. But if nobody comments, which might happen, I'm going to have AI do it, and they're going to give me challenges to do every single day. The one stipulation, there are actually a couple stipulations. One has to be able to, I have to be able to do it no matter what situation I'm in. So like, I'm going to have some sort of camera on me every single day. It may just be my phone some days, and it can't be like I have to like go like rent a piece of gear or whatever, but it has to be something that I can do with almost any kind of camera, and it'll be some kind of challenge that'll be related to the story. So every single day I'll get a challenge that'll be something related to making stories out of videos. So that's the plan. All right, now let's get to the real list, because I had AI remake it also while I was in the ARC of the thrift stores, ARC thrift store. So it calls it the playbook 10 points. Okay, so I'm gonna go over these. I gotta go running, and like already 6:47. I'm always pushing these things back so late. Growth comes from a format change, not from grinding. Almost every big channel was stuck for years, changed the style of their videos, and blew up within months. So maybe I changed my style. No, actually, this is what got me like my 109. 10 at one point subscribers was just literally these challenge videos. So I don't think it's my, like, we're gonna keep rolling with this challenge video, even though it's a pain in my butt, honestly. The pros win YouTube. Nearly every breakout had about 5 to 15 years of real craft behind the camera before any subscriber skill first, audience second. I have about 5 to 6 years, so maybe it's my time. It's my time to shine. Subscriber count doesn't matter. Paul E.T. had 103 subscribers. One great video later, he had 175,000. YouTube pushed good videos, not big channels. Holy cow, that is... I'm going to check this guy out more. I don't even subscribe to this Paul E.T. guy. It's just something, not ChatGPT, Claude recommended. Old videos can still blow up. 2 of the biggest breakouts went viral months after upload. Your catalog is inventory, not yesterday's news. So just making evergreen videos, I guess, is one thing, I guess. Fewer, better videos beat weekly filler. Nicholas Crystal hit 1 million subs with only 58 videos. Paul E.T. spent 2 months writing one script while working a day job. So I will not be doing that because I'm doing this challenge, and that's the whole point. I want to do a video every day. I want to get some volume in, but I might make some higher quality videos too. We'll see. Well, look at that flaring. Holy cow, this is the flare video. And number 6, you'll hear after my run. So I'm going to go for a quick run, come back, go over number 6, get all sweaty, and we'll go from there. That was lunch. Fueled by In-N-Out. Probably not the best pre-running deal, but yeah. We're rolling with it. There we go. Who wears short shorts? I wear short shorts. Alright, so I'm pretty sure my headphones fell out of the pocket somewhere. They might be gone. They're like little, kind of like, just like JBL, but like they're kind of like AirPod kind of size. If you see them, let me know. But yeah, so I don't know where they went. I don't actually wear music, but I just noticed it when I was taking my shorts off, that my headphones are not in my pocket. So I think those are gone. Wish me luck. I'm not going to go short because I think it's like 90 degrees outside. So no shirt. I'll keep the shirt for the ride back home. I have rode home without a shirt, and it's a little bit weird. What do people think when they look over and like, why is the guy not wearing a shirt? Is the guy naked? But yeah, it's happened. All right, see you guys. Can't forget this. All right, 6 miles, 6.5 actually. And it felt like 20. It's been a while since I've run. I've been very sick for the last 3 weeks, so yeah. Time to go get some gas because we're almost out of gas in this car. And while I'm doing that, I'll talk about the other five the other 5 points Claude gave me, or strategies, I guess, right? All right, let's go get some gas. Get my cool lens cap. Exit. Alright, so while I wait for this to fill up, we'll go over the last 5. It says use 3 pillars to niche one emotional and one emotional. So niche topics geared, technique bringing steady search traffic, one broad human topic, time, burnout, passion, gives you viral potential. Tell the transitions, not the footage. Paris cinematic travel video flopped 30 days without social media. My transformation got millions. Same guy, same camera. So it's talking about somebody else, not me. Own your signature, Flowberg. Milked double exposures for 5 years. Shift for own B-roll, breakdowns. Run recognizable thing beats 10 forgettable ones. Writing a trend has an expiration date. Every AI channel that exploded in 2023 is flat today. Waves end, story and craft don't. Expect 2 quiet years. Almost everyone had them. The ones who won treated that silence as practice, not failure. Interesting what I came up with. All right, it's done. All right, so I'm about to sit down and start editing all the footage from today. And yeah, so hopefully I'm also gonna sit down and ask Claude to kind of help me with those challenges. I've already got a couple ideas in my head. I think I'm gonna start pretty basic and learn the basic story stuff, and then kind of get a little more creative and advanced, like someone like Casey Neistat's or Peter McKinnon's kind of like more creative stuff. We'll kind of do some of that as well. So I already have kind of an idea of what I want, but then I will have Claude help me kind of organize my thoughts. And yeah, so today was like a pretty off day, right? So like I woke up at 5 a.m. or actually it was technically up at 4 a.m. and I went to bed late because I was trying to get the video done. So I noted that. So I'm sitting down. It is now 9:41, so not ideal, but we're gonna try to get this done before 11 because I could be up at least 7. But yeah, so it was not the most ideal day, but I still felt like I got a productive idea on some stuff on YouTube channels. Worth the Fable credits? Not really for that kind of task. I have built a lot more with Fable and Claude, like, and then like I used like Fable Max. I wanted to like max it out and see what it could do, and it was not like you could have probably just used Sonnet and been just fine. Now, I have made some Fable though that is a lot better. I feel like I'm on this like a very intensive task that requires like to be precise. I mean, not precise, but like there's a lot of thought that goes into like guides, stuff like that. That's where I start using Fable. Websites, that kind of stuff. We're kind of like give it the general idea, and then I kind of like execute this, and then it does that, and then I just give it a couple corrections, but yeah, I built like apps, like full-on apps for wedding planning and stuff with Fable. I could make a whole video on the whole thing. So overall, it's a fairly productive day. I will start the actual story challenges. Like I feel like the stories just kind of fell apart the last 2 days. So I will actually be challenged every day with a new aspect of storytelling starting tomorrow. So I'll announce that, whatever the first one is. I got to do some work though beforehand. I might record a little bit of that, but it won't be in today's video because I'm going to start editing today's video and get that out and posted. So yeah, that's it. That's it for today. I don't have my cap to do the cool transition. I'm just going to do this.